welcome. Today's episode we're going back to the Ducati Monster again. So we have got the headlight fairing created on the last episode. And today's episode we need to finish off the last of the carbon fibre pieces for this bike and create the half fairing that's going at the front. Before I start, merch. New tees, Brave Blood. Head to the website and buy yourself one of these tees. Obviously every merchandise you buy goes back into the channel and then allows us to create all this content. But that's enough of the merch run. This is the split mould for the half fairing as we had it last. So now it is all bolted together, it is all waxed, everything inside that you need to do. So I mean, it doesn't look like the prettiest of thing at the moment, but it'll do the job. It's a 3-part split mould. So that's the front, and then you've got 2 sides, 1 bolt going inside there, but all these disassemble. So what we need to do today is obviously same process as what we did with the rest, is we need to put 120 gram carbon twill on the front. Obviously we're going to use some EL2 resin. We're going to bag it, vacuum it. In fact, I'm going to wait to see if I can actually bag this because it's such an awkward shape. I might actually try and see what it's like wet laying, because then it's a little bit of experimenting for the channel. Yeah, do you know what? Let's wet lay it. Let's not bag it, let's wet lay it. Let's see what the difference is between bagging and wet laying and how good a wet laying option goes, because I know that a lot of you probably don't have the money to bag and everything like that, because it is expensive. You need a vacuum pump, you need all the bags, the perforated breather membrane, you need all sorts. So the cost does kind of escalate up. So let's see what it's like just to wet lay this. I mean, any imperfections we can always sort it out afterwards. It's no big deal. Let's do that. That is today's job. Wish me luck.
Here we have it. We've got the main tank at the top here, and then we've got this fairing. It does need to come a little bit closer to that, but that's only because I need a bracket to hold it there really. There's a few tiny imperfections, which I don't really mind about on this, because what's going to happen on this little channel here, so this is going to have a 3D printed vent to go over it. That's fine. These bits are all fine. I mean, all these curves and everything are perfect. Considering it's a wet lay job, this has actually gone down really well. And actually, quite a nice flat finish and everything on that. That is good. And then obviously we've got this opening here, which is going to have a 3D printed grille on top as well, so that'll be nice and finished off. I do need to cut that a little bit neater around the regulator rectifier on there. But that is done, so that's the entire carbon fibre lot finished. Then obviously we've got the headlight fairing, does sit at the top there, and just finishes it all off. So the next steps I guess for this, oh, and that's another thing as well, there is enough clearance there, and the actual CNC'd, or what will be a CNC'd cam belt cover there is enough clearance, so that is good. And obviously we'll have the CNC cam belt cover going up there as well, so you'll see both sides of it really well. You won't see the end there, but that's fine. But you've got a little ghost emblem that's going to be visible there, so that works perfectly. Next thing for me now is to figure out what I want to paint it. Figure out what areas I need exposing. Actually, there's a few of the bits. I have got a few air vents to actually put in this and everything like that. So there's air vents on the back, there's air vents on the front. I do need to cut out the fuel cap there, put the little aluminium kind of covering as it was on the top there, and obviously figure out what the colour is. So that is it, figuring out the colour, which isn't, well, do you know what? It's figuring out the pattern more than the colour. I know what colour it's going to be. It's going to be 2 shades of grey, a light grey and a dark grey, and exposed carbon fibre as well. Obviously, gloss coated it all, so the carbon fibre looks really nice and deep then, whatever parts are exposed. But I do need to come up with a nice little pattern, make it a little bit more interesting than just a static kind of all over spray. Need to make it a little bit more exciting to go with the whole kind of shape and the angles. So we have got these angles, there's an angle going down there which follows that line down, so that's one angle going down, probably introduce some more angles. That's it. So, next week's video, probably be the BMW, maybe, actually no, do you know what, I might actually do some air vents, we'll see. Might do some air vents for this Ducati, or the BMW, one of the two. So if you like what we see, subscribe, head over to ForTheBoardIndustries.com to see if there's any merch for you. Also follow our Instagram, but until next week, I will see you.